My guest this evening is from the Traditional Marriage Conservation Society, here to speak with us about marriage equality. Mr. In, good evening.
It's Don, mate.
Don In.
Yeah, Don In. I feel like I'm Don In.
Okay, Don, you're a self-described no campaigner. We'd like to get your perspective on the government spending $120 million to get the ABS to hold a non-compulsory, non-binding postal survey.
Well, mate, everyone deserves a chance to have their opinion heard, but it's a bloody disgrace, ain't it?
That the government is wasting taxpayers' money on what most experts agree is a legislative issue?
Nah.
That they gave responsibility for the survey to the ABS, who managed to screw up their only major responsibility, which they only have to undertake once every half decade, no more than 18 months ago.
Nah.
Well, what exactly is the problem?
It's the bullying and intimidation.
You mean the death threats, threats of violence hand-posted in the middle of the night, the arson attacks against people who publicly demonstrate their support of the yes vote?
No, that's just a regular part of the public discourse.
I think most of the public would consider that more than coarse. They'd call it downright antisocial.
Well, sometimes public discourse gets a little exciting.
Burning personal property or threatening to assault or murder people who express a different opinion doesn't seem antisocial to you.
No, mate, like I said, public discourse. These snowflakes just can't handle genuine criticism. Anyway, that's not the stuff I'm talking about.
Well, what bullying are you talking about?
The stuff that's happening to me on Facebook.
How so?
Well, every time I post something saying it's okay to say no, all these libtards...
I believe pinko leftist is the preferred nomenclature these days.
I tell you, these bloody libtard snowflakes come out of the woodwork and expect me to justify my views with evidence.
Seems to be leaning quite heavily on the dents.
What?
Nothing.
It's the cyberbullying, pure and simple.
See, I'm not sure that it is, Don. This is a multifaceted issue that shouldn't be reduced to a simplistic catch cry or slogans. It requires a considered approach based on facts, not unsubstantiated assertions.
What?
Nothing. Asking you to back up your claims is hardly bullying, is it?
They're using Facebook to victimize me.
How are you the victim?
Because they're asking me to provide evidence.
But that's the point. In a debate, you're expected to provide evidence. If you're not providing evidence, you're not debating, you're just disagreeing.
What?
Evidence is essential to cogent public debate.
What?
To actually have a conversation, both sides need to actually be saying something. Not just repeating the same 4 or 5 words over and over.
But they're victimizing me.
How are they victimizing you? Don? Don, you're not saying anything. Don.
This debate is fundamentally changing the definition of marriage in this country. I mean, if they change what marriage is, how are my wife and I supposed to know what we signed up for?
Existing marriages that they have in the past would be defined under terms referenced...
Look, I ain't got time for your legal bulldust, mate. I mean, what's next? If they make it legal for gays to marry, could they make it illegal to marry your cousin? Where does that leave the wife and me? Are we still married? Are we living in sin? Are the little Lins now bastards?
You married your cousin.
Yeah, my wife Celeste is Auntie Brenda's kid. We met at a family reunion. You know how it is. Your fingers touch as you both reach to dip your barbecued prawn into the sweet chilli.
You do realise that for most Australians, marrying your cousin is a taboo.
No, mate. It's all above board. Had me solicitor check it out when we found out Celeste was up the duff. The Marriage Act says it's legal and everything. It's even in the Bible. Cest! Where's that bit in the Bible about marrying your cousin? Ah, here it is. Right next to the bit about gays being an abomination.
And not eating shellfish.
What?
Nothing. So your main concern about changing the Marriage Act is that it might force us to assess whether our current laws more generally reflect our societal values.
Yeah, that's about the sum of it.
conservatism in a nutshell. Don In, thanks for your time.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Hey, you don't know what time it is, do you? It's the last episode of Married at First Sight. Celeste and I never miss it. We love a show about traditional marriage.
You do know they had a same-sex couple, don't you?
Yeah, but that's just entertainment, ain't it?